Good morning you guys, it's Karen and I'm here to give you my update on this, the NEC Elasticity Catalyst. So I can't remember what I said in my original video as to how long I would be using it. I think I said I would come back and talk to you at a month and I would continue using it until it was all gone. Well, I leave it sitting upside down so that it's easier to get out, because leaving it that way, it looks like it's full there, you can see, but you know, you can see all the solution at the bottom, but actually it's only up to about there, upside down. So I would say there is probably another week's use in this, but I have been using it for just over a month. So I've been using it on my eyelids, like I actually put it right on the lid and have had no problems with that. And I've also obviously been using it on my neck with the hope that it would make a little bit of difference to my necklines. Now, I do often say, I know that these two are genetic. I've got pictures of me when I'm younger and I have got these lines. And I think the biggest thing that's making, you know how I say that the issue for me is that when I put self-tan on, there's white, you can see the white lines where, obviously where I'm sitting like that. And so I'd like to find some improvement with that. And definitely the first time I used this, I did see an improvement. But I think the biggest aspect is my weight gain. I think that's where it's made the self-tan not be as even, so it's yet another kind of motivation to lose weight. But also the texture on my neck has changed with age. You know, I can see that it's a lot drier and it's a little bit kind of crepey looking, and also there's more lines developing down here. These ones are not genetic. And then on my eyelid, I was just looking for any change. Basically, I've got hooding that you don't often see when I'm doing videos, because it's most obvious when I'm not talking. So let me show you. Once my eyelids relax, it's very hard for me to speak without raising my eyebrows, but you can then see the hooding. And you know, closer up you can see that there is some crepiness in texture to my eyelids. So I was looking for any change in that and any change on my neck at all. I took photos last night, so I took photos before starting this and then last night, which, like I said, it's about 4.5 to 5 weeks that I've been using it. And I honestly can't see any differences in the lines and the wrinkles. It's interesting because somebody actually left a comment on a video, I can't remember whether it was this video or not, saying that she thought, oh, you're missing a line on your neck. And she went and looked at an older video, and in that older video it wasn't there. If you're watching, I can't remember, I'm afraid, who left the comment. Please let me know which two videos you compared, because I've actually compared videos as well as photos, because I've said to you guys before, when you do photos, the lighting could be different. I don't know exactly what setting I had the lighting on. I am going to try and be more consistent with that, but I may have been sitting on a different chair, have my head at slightly a different angle. It's very difficult to reproduce the same circumstances, you know, even with the moisturiser you used and how much self-tan I had on and that kind of thing. So last night I decided to have a look at videos, and I compared a video that I'd done in the last week with a video before using this, and I can't see any difference whatsoever in my neck or my eyes. I wasn't really looking at the eyes in the video because that is easier, I think, to see in photos. So no difference for me in lines, but what I can feel and see in person, but not so much on the photos, is the texture is better. I feel that my skin is much smoother, and it's perhaps on its way to getting better. What do I mean by that? On its way to getting less wrinkly, if you like, because a dry skin is never going to look less wrinkly or less lined or less textured. You know, to have nice plumped up smooth skin, then it needs to be moisturised. And I think what this has done, it has replenished an area of dryness that I wasn't really aware of. I wasn't aware how dry it was. And like I said, after the first night of using it, my self-tan definitely sat better. And I put self-tan on last night, and I don't think, from looking, that the white lines are too bad at all. And I think that that's down to this. It's definitely been an improvement. And so I think it's improved the texture. It feels much more moisturised, and my eyelids, I can't say it's done an awful lot. It hasn't improved. There wasn't that sort of dry, rough feeling up to my eyelids, so I don't think it's done anything for my eyes at all, but it has changed the texture on my neck, but not done anything for the wrinkles or the lines. With all of that said, the results that one of my viewers had seen was in her eyes. I don't think I remember anybody saying that this had... No, I do remember people saying it had done miracles, thinking about it. That's why I bought it, wasn't it? Because somebody had said they'd used it and like the next day felt a difference, and I agree with that. I did feel my neck was more plumped and the skin was much better the following day. But what I was thinking was the biggest, most dramatic result that I have heard of with this is on the eyelids. And I know that Brendan from DECIEM has confirmed that you can use it on your eyelids. I think he may even use it himself on his eyelids. And the lady that told me about the dramatic change in her eyelids said that it happened after, I think it was between 2 and 6 months. I think she said at 2 months she started noticing the skin was a bit maybe tighter or something like that. And then shimmery eyeshadow started to look better. So she's noticed a dramatic effect using this on her eyelids, but she didn't even start to see differences at 2 months. So remember, we're only at the 1 month stage just now. The problem for me is I'm impatient, and that's number one. And also I have other things that I want to try on my problem areas. And so in order to trial this properly, like as in wait for the 2 to 3 to 4 months, I would need to buy another bottle, and it's very expensive. And I would need to continue using this and not try, for example, the copper amino isolate on my neck, or not try the Nivea. I've got the Nivea anti-cellulite cream that a lot of people are saying has done wonders for the neck. I'm not sure about that one because it does have alcohol in it, so I believe it could work because of I think it's carnitine in it, but I think that it could also cause future damage because of the alcohol, so I need to have a think about that. But my point being is, I have other products that I want to use, and I am impatient. And I also know that you guys you're keen to get a good test. I know, good proper research, but at the same time, you want to know, there's many requests that I get, and particularly for the copper amino isolate serum, that's something I now want to try on my neck and see how that fares. So what is my conclusion with this, and what am I going to do going forward? My conclusion with it is that it's definitely a wonderful product, and I think it's definitely beneficial to the neck because, like I said, my neck definitely, the skin feels better, it feels less dry, it feels smoother and a little bit plumped out. The tan lines haven't been quite so obvious. For me, it hasn't done anything for my eyes, so I probably wouldn't continue to use it there unless I had no other options and was still trying things with my eyes. But I've got a list of things that I'd like to try. I'd like to be brave enough to try microneedling again. I want to try their eye serum, so there'll be quite a few things that will take up a few months, or a month or so anyway, to test out. If it got to the point where I was like, I've tried everything and nothing has worked and I have nothing on my list, I might well go back to using some of this on my eyes and stick to it. So I would repurchase it. I definitely would repurchase it and use it on my neck for sure. But at the moment, I'm going to use this up because, like I said, it's probably only going to take another week, and I will be using the copper amino isolate serum underneath. So I think I'll use that, then this on top, and then see how the copper amino isolate works. And as I said with the eyes, if it gets to a point with my neck where I have tried everything and nothing has worked, and I have nothing else on the list to try, then I may well go back to using this. But I think I'll go back to using this as part of my regime at some point anyway, just because, like I said, it feels beautiful, it feels like it's making a difference, and I can feel and see the difference in the texture to my skin. Everything on the neck elasticity catalyst update. I am about to film a video on the copper amino isolate, which I know you guys are eagerly awaiting. I've got so many videos to do, and most of them are related to DECIEM. I'm also going to do a video on the foundation I'm wearing, which is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro, it's called, yeah. From The Ordinary, I'm doing the resveratrol, the EUK 134, and the 5% Gran-Active Retinoid, etc. Okay, so let me tell you what makeup I've got on. I am wearing the Bare Minerals Bare Pro foundation in number 11, which is called Natural. The colour's a bit too dark for me. It's from a sample that all they had was this one colour, so I'll be going back to try some different colours, I think. On my eyes, I have got a Nabla Cosmetics eyeshadow called Millenium, and then I've just used my Lorac Pro for the outer corner and crease, etc. On my lips, I have got Lime Crime Cashmere liquid lipstick. It's one that I hardly ever use, and I thought I need to dig out and just kind of get it used. This on my cheeks now, this is a Becca blush in, I think it might be called Tiger Lily, but I'll list everything in the description anyway. Earrings are from Marks and Spencer's, and this lovely top is from Patty Boutique, surprise, surprise. So that is everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.